Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Just started a minute or exactly 1 minute early. For those who are with us for the first time today, or maybe first time last week, what I thought I would do today is, and this was a request that we had from someone a week or two back, I think as well, is just try to give you an overview of everything that we've covered so far and walk you through it. And then again, what will be helpful for you guys is that now you've got the link to the replays as I'm going through this, obviously, if you've got questions, I can try and jump in and show you how we done it. But I'm conscious that that's potentially quite a lot of time. Michael, welcome, bud. Yeah, what I want to do is give you an overview of everything we've done so far, talk you through the processes, some of the reasons why we might do it, why we might do it certain ways. And oh, Boulder. Oh, nice. Nice one, guys. From Boulder, Colorado. Colorado, nice. Yeah, and then what you'll be able to do is go back, link what I'm telling you back to the replays of the sessions, and hopefully catch up a bit if you need to, or at least have some understanding of why we've covered certain things, done things certain ways. All the demonstrations we give and everything that we build, whether it be automations, workflow, sales pages, opt-in pages, whatever it be, we do within our ultimate business system. And everybody on here should have some form of free access to that, or you might already have gone through your free trial period and now subscribe to it. So we do it in there, we use it, we've used it for all our pages and stuff now. So we find it fantastic. You know, it saves us fortunes that we've recently basically paused our ClickFunnels accounts. We've come off of Active Campaign. We've come off of God, what other things have we used? I think we use GetResponse as a backup CRM system, but we're going to be migrating off of Kajabi as well because the Ultimate Business System basically has everything you need in one location. So hopefully, if you're getting started or already up and running with a business, it's a solution to a lot of your potential outgoings because things can get crazy expensive when you start adding up the software tools and things. So yeah. So let's get started. I'll get that bearings here. Can you display an order chart? Just one of the good people. So Mark, good question. Now, for those of you completely new to the Internet Business School, we've been going, well, Simon Coulson is the main man. I refer to him as the show pony. Okay. He's the guy with the big ideas, the experience and everything like that. So he's the main person, the face of it. Then within there, you've then got myself, Roger, Vish, and us three have our own parts within the business. And then below us as well, we have some what's the best way of using them? They're not consultants. They're like maybe some past students that are still related to the company that are doing some great things. So a lot of the time, what we find is why bother trying to if there's someone we know that is actively doing something that we've shown them and they're running away with it and doing great things, we'd rather put them in front of you because they're the ones that are in the trenches against you doing it. So, but on the core, you're looking at Simon Coulson, show pony, face of the business, and then you've got myself, Roger, Vish, Nikki, and then others as well that you'll be introduced to over time. So, Mark, I hope that answers your questions. Okay, right. Let me get going. So, I'm going to be jumping in and out of one slide in particular as we do this. Okay, guys. So, bear with me. Okay, let's get rid of that. Right. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Let's get going. So, a little bit of housekeeping for those new to us. Like I said, you've got the YouTube channel there, which has got all of the replays on. If you've got any issues with login details to members areas, etc., like that, you can contact support at internetbusinessschool.com. And obviously, I would like to think most of you have got this already or started an account or need to. You've got a link there to start a trial with the Ultimate Business System 2, which I can send you if you need. Just drop a note in the chat or reach out to us at support@internetbusinessschool.com. Right. Now then, let me move this out of the way. The worst thing about these webinars is that the chat box always seems to be slightly in the way. So let me move that right down there. Okay, so What we've done in recent weeks when we started this, now we thought we wanted to start off this whole journey with trying to show you a way of starting from the get-go of how to first off create a product that you can give away for free or paid as a lead magnet, show you how to then use that tool to capture the data from someone, chuck them into your database or follow-up sequence with a workflow, send them the product. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come out of this. Let me come out of this. Hold on a second, guys. Right. Right. You guys can all see that still, right? Because it's easier for me to do this with without doing full screen, if that's okay. Just let me know because then I can see your messages too, because it's going to be easier. Just let me know you can see that slide I've got up at the moment. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Paul. Brilliant. Okay, now let's start off by just talking about lead magnets. Okay, I know we would have covered this in that session, but I really want to show you, get you to understand the importance of it. No, just out of interest, who here at the moment has either knows what a lead magnet is and has created one or are using a lead magnet in their business at the moment, no matter what it might be. Okay. Just out of interest, just straight off the cuff, let me know if you've created something great. Ebook and love that. Brilliant, Paul. Ebook and webinar, brilliant. Catherine, you know what they are. Good stuff. I just want to get some understanding here and get some engagement. I do better when I'm seeing some stuff coming back in the chat. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Now, oh, free audio, that's a good one. Okay, so for those who just, I just want to break it down again. I apologize if I'm going over stuff that you may already know, but I'd rather do that just to make sure. Benny, good stuff. Okay, good. Right. Now, lead magnets are essentially, I like to think of them in their purest form as something that you can give away in exchange for the customer's details. Okay, so we're looking at first name, last name, most importantly, email. Okay, now the most common form of these might be ebook, worksheet, cheat sheets, some sort of quiz, some sort of course, or a webinar. Okay, now what we want to look at here is it needs to, first off, by the way, a lot of lead magnets people won't even bother reading or opening or using. Okay, so if you're looking at creating a lead mag, in my opinion, it needs to be something that's going to grab their attention, exchange the information, give you their email in exchange for whatever that thing is. Okay, now there are levels to that, of course. So, for example, we've had an ebook before that was all based around just a real simple 10 ways to build a business with AI, for example. We also had one that was a few years back before AI took off, what was about 6 ways to build an income online, things like that. But we had a nice, sexy title for it. Inside was some content, but the reality is that it was more well, this is going to grab your attention, give us your details, but what we're going to follow up with is where the real value is. Okay, so it might be a case of us giving away an ebook or a cheat sheet for something that grabs people's attention. So you've got the lead for cheap. So you might be paying for ads, driving traffic to a lead magnet to grab the details. But the whole point of that is then to try to monetize it. All right. Now, if you're running webinars, the good thing about those is that you're essentially promoting a webinar, getting people to register for that webinar, getting them onto a webinar, and then selling them something 9 times out of 10. So the journey between ad spend, lead capture to sell is a much shorter journey. But what you'll often find is the cost per lead, the cost per registration for a webinar is often a lot higher than something with like an ebook giveaway. All right, because it's a much easier decision, a much quicker decision. So I tell you what, look, prime example. I know I've done this. How many of you have exchanged your email address and your contact details for some type of lead magnet, never actually opened it afterwards? If none of you say yes, there we go. Thank you, Catherine, reassuring me. Doug, good. Okay. 1,000 times. Exactly. See? Oh, hold on. Who's saying never? Who's saying never? I just said never. Who's saying that they've opened every single lead magnet they've ever downloaded or ever given it details from? Who just said that? I'm going to hunt them out. Dan. Oh, I question that. I question that. So, point proven, right? So, don't if you're looking at building something like a webinar different, that's got to be good because you're trying to sell something. But if it's a free giveaway, like a like an ebook, miniature course, worksheet, cheat sheet, quiz, a quiz is slightly different as well. But with those other things, don't get bogged down in the creation phase of trying to make this thing perfect, trying to give them loads of value, because the fact is you're wasting time and people don't really care about what's inside it. All right. Now, so that's my rant over about lead magnets. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Now, once you've created your lead magnet, now what we've done as well, we do have a session showing how you can build a lead magnet completely free, just using. I think we used Gemini, the AI platform, and Canva, if I remember rightly. If anybody was on that session with me, let me know if I'm talking nonsense or not, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So if you have never created a lead magnet or looking to create something new, on the YouTube channel, you will see there's a session with me on how to very simply, and I'm pretty sure I've done it from scratch, come up with an idea, link to your business using Gemini. It come up with some hot titles, created the content. I think it even created a cover for me. And then I took that and then quickly threw it together in Canva and then exported that, put it into the Ultimate Business System and then had it set up ready to send out to people. Okay. So if you haven't done it before or want to have a play, this is the great chance to do it. Go find that session. It's about lead magnets. And it's just a good opportunity for you to go through that process of thinking of something that's related to your business, find a niche, go in, have some fun, create it, have it ready, and have it hosted in your Ultimate Business System. Okay. Now, you've got a lead magnet, all right? But having that on its own isn't enough, all right? You need something that's going to, you can push people to first to grab their details to then send them the lead magnet, okay? In fact, before we go on, any questions about lead magnets, guys? Let's have a little, oh, George, Mark, you absolute superstar. Look at this. This service from you guys today is fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm hoping this is going to be that link, Mark, and you've not pulled my leg and I'm about to send this link to a load of people that, and I see a picture of you dancing around or something like that. There we go. If I have just sent it out to and it's not right, let me know. Let me just double check that. If not, you absolutely pulled a cropper on me there. Right, perfect. Thank you. No, that does look like the right one, Mark. Right. Okay. Any questions on lead magnets, guys? That link I've just dropped in the group, thank you, that Mark sent me, is is actually the session. Okay. See, this is good. This makes my life a lot more entertaining when I'm getting some back and forward from you guys. This is good. Right, before we move on, any questions about lead magnets or what I've just spoke about? Anything at all? Nothing? 5 seconds, otherwise moving on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on. I bet one comes in now. Right, now, like I said, you've created your lead magnet, okay? But how do you make it, put it in a position to be able to take the details of the potential customer first before sending it to them? Okay. This is where sales pages with some type of opt-in form come in. Now, these don't have to be, again, these don't have to be long form. They don't have to be anything crazy. You know, what I like to do on these is normally some sort of like box set image or image of the form, the worksheet, the ebook, whatever it is, just a front cover with an opt-in form next to it that asks people for their first name, last name, email. Okay. Now, those three things, most important. Phone number. Phone number. In fact, let me ask you a question. How many of you have been entering your details for a lead magnet or something and then stopped at phone number or just gave the wrong phone number? Who agrees with me that giving somebody your phone number is almost like a step too far for you? Love it. Wrong phone number every time. every time. How you giving out phone number? Fantastic. Yeah, for some reason, it's one that it's like you go first name, yep, happy with that. Second name, yeah, go on in. Email, I'm gonna need to give that because I want this thing. As soon as somebody starts asking for phone number, people are thinking, I do not have an interest in having a phone call from someone. Close. Oh, closers are us. Fantastic. I like that, Paul. Yes. So the phone number, what you'll find is a lot of the time, if you ask for the phone number, first off, it's going to affect two things. The first off, most people are going to leave an incorrect phone number, and second off, most people are going to bulk and leave. Well, not most people. Let me rephrase that. It can cause some people to stop at that moment. So again, it's going to send your cost per lead up for no reason. Whereas if you just took phone number away, everything stays where it should be. And if you need it that much, you can ask for the phone number at a later date once you've got a better relationship with them. Or the only time one time I know that people ask for phone number is if you're doing a webinar, and some people might give the option as if you would like to receive text message reminders or some SMS reminders, you can give your phone number here, but it's optional basically. So, but then with webinar registrations, you're looking at a higher cost per lead in any case. So, swings and roundabouts there. Okay, so on your sales page with your opt-in form, your image, simple logo at the top, and then just some company details below. Or you might want to put some blurb on there about you, who you are, who the company is, or a little bit more information about what is inside the ebook or whatever it is you're giving away. Okay. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. All right. Just nice and clean, simple colors. That's what I personally would go for. If you are giving away a course, that I might say you might want to make it look a little bit better. Like we had a 5-part mini series, which was 5 videos, and I believe they're about 15 to 20 minutes long each in length. But with that, we made the sales page, like the opt-in page for it, pretty good, a nice and like a reasonable amount of content on there because we really wanted to sell the value of it to really drive the cost per lead down even further because some people might think with a course it becomes a bit more skeptical. What system are we using for sales? All our sales pages, no, we use our ultimate business system, the one you've got your free trial to. Okay. Yep. Paul, absolutely. We have got a YouTube video on the sales pages and opt-in forms too. This is what I'm doing. All I'm covering here is bringing you all up to date with the sessions we've done so far. So you're aware of this journey that we've tried to bring people on. So anything I'm talking about, you can now think, okay, great. So he's talked about lead magnets. I can jump in and watch that video. He's talking about sales pages with opt-in forms. I can go and watch that video. Okay. So in short, sales pages with an opt-in form, then that is basically the advertising marker for your lead magnet. Oh, Mark's in it again. I'm trusting you again, bud. I'm trusting you again. Better be. There we go. And this one is for building high. Is that going to copy in there? That's not going to copy. Why is it not copying? Copy, paste. Oh, it won't let me copy and paste for some reason. I will drop it in there though. So, sales pages and opt-in forms. Anybody got any questions about the use of those? Any questions about the design of those? Anything? Any questions about why we use them, what they are? Anything I've not explained at all? By the way, guys, anybody new to us, one thing I'm a firm believer in is there's never a wrong question. So please, no matter how simple, how silly, how thing or how nervous you might get about asking a question, please ask it. Please ask it. Trust me, I've asked some really silly questions in the past, but one thing that I've always felt is that you don't know what you don't know. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Would you put phone? Okay, let me go through it. So, Benny, is a website needed? I mean, websites are great, okay, but what we're trying to achieve here, you can do twofold. Now, a standalone sales page with an opt-in form is fantastic for anything that involves traffic. If you're driving free traffic, paid ads, whatever it be, because if you drive people to a website, It's like sending someone into a shop. Okay. I've gone in to buy a pair. I've walked into IKEA. I'm assuming everyone here has experienced shopping in IKEA. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use that for this anecdote. Is that the right word? I'm not sure, but visualize these two options. Okay. You want to buy a bedside table. Okay, Benny. Now, if you walk into IKEA, you're taking around every single thing you possibly need inside your home before you get to where the bedside tables are. So that's a lot of distractions, all right? Whereas if you've gone into the bedside table shop, which is essentially your sales page for this offer, you know that you're basically taking people in front of the thing you want them to see, and there's nowhere else for them to go apart from out the door. So, what I would recommend is websites are great, but for this purpose, just have a sales page, one page, doesn't lead to anywhere else. This is it. I mean, you could have a link on there to your website if they want to do some due diligence. That's not a problem, but have it somewhere right down the bottom. But yeah, and again, one thing you can do as well is once you've got this set up, you can have your lead magnet on your website too. So any organic visitors you get there can still see the same opt-in option for you. Okay. But if you're pushing people to anything, one thing in particular, push them to a sales page with an opt-in form. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Benny. Would you put a phone number as would you put a phone number optional? Can you further via sales page? So, Paul, yes, you can put a phone number as optional on a sales page or opt-in form, but if it's going to be optional, leave it off. That's what I tend to do because I just think chances unless I really need it, but if I really need it, I would have it as what do you call it, necessary, whatever the right word is. I can't remember how it's phrased. And can you insert a VSL into your sales page? Yes, you can put a VSL in your UBS sales page. That's right. Don't worry, Benny. It's all good. All you have to do is when you are, and I believe Vish ran that session. So when you're creating the sales page, where you have the elements and you can drop whether you want to do text or image or video, just select video. And then you can do one or two things. Upload your video directly into the media and use it through inside Ultimate Business System, or have it hosted somewhere like Vimeo. I think you could even do it on YouTube and just copy the link in as well. All right. Okay, great stuff. Now, let's move on to the next step. Okay, so you've got someone to go to your sales page. They've opted in, giving you their details, but now you need to get your lead magnet to your new subscriber. Okay. Now, I've highlighted probably three things here that I think are always beneficial. First off, let's say hold on, go. Give me 2 seconds. So, one thing is trying to, when you've got a subscriber list or database of contacts, what you want to try to do is try to organize and keep track of what their journey is. So wherever they're coming in from, what they've opted in from, what to subscribe from, what they've bought, you always want to assign tags. So these are like labels that you can give people, and you can have as many as you like. So if someone has opted in through, say you've got 4 different lead magnets, one ebook, one course, one worksheet, one cheat sheet, for example, you could have tags to tell you that when you click on Max Lamus, he's now on a subscriber in your database, when you click on my name as a contact, you'll see, Max has these tags. He has been a ebook downloader, he's been a course downloader, he's been a worksheet downloader, and a cheat sheet downloader. Okay, so you know when you look at me as a contact, I've got those 4 tags sat next to my name. Now, what that then means you can do is, if you then choose to take everybody, say you've had 1,000 people that have downloaded your ebook, as they've all got that same tag, you can now say, right, everybody with this ebook tag, I want to do X, Y, and Z with. So that might be, I now want to send them all this email. I now want to put them into this follow-up sequence to try to sell them something else. I want to invite all of these people to a webinar. So tagging is really beneficial, not just in the short term, but long term. Okay. And also within your, whether it's Ultimate Business System, Active Campaign, Infusionsoft, whatever like CRM system or automating software you're using, you will find that having the tags makes life so much easier and also will then act as triggers for certain things. So, for example, Catherine, I can show you that in a minute if you like. So, for example, in the sales page, someone's given you the details, filled out the details on the opt-in form. They have now entered into the Ultimate Business System. Okay. Now, within there, I've got it set up that as soon as somebody downloads my ebook, they are tagged in there as ebook downloaded, for example. Okay. Now, in that workflow, I've got that as the trigger, which means that that person is bought into this automation because I've been given that trigger. Next step in that trigger, I've decided to send them an email with the ebook in it. Okay. Now, does that make sense to people? Would it help if I quickly jump in and give you an example of what that looks like? Because I'm aware that, yeah, if I get a few yeses, I'll quickly jump in and show you. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, no worries, guys. Right, let me see. Loving the engagement, guys. Appreciate it. Right. Okay. Now then, let's have a little look. In fact, I could show you a few different examples if you like. A freedom challenge. Where is the one? This email example automation. The question is, which one of these? Is it this one? Is it this one? Okay, I'll mess around with this one instead. So, right, everyone can see my screen. Yeah, you should be able to see me inside Ultimate Business System, 3 boxes in front of me at the top with 2 boxes below. Couple of yeses coming in. Yep, 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 yep. Come on, guys, give me some engagement. Where are you? Yes, 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 yes. Firing in. Love this, guys. Thank you, everybody. Right. Okay. Now, so somebody has completed our opt-in form. All right. They have given us their details. Now, what you can do, I'll move this chat out of the way. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to disappear for a second. Okay. Now, in here, you will see these up here are called triggers. See, trigger, trigger, trigger. At the moment in this one I'm looking at within here is based off a course that has been created. All right. So basically what this is telling this automation, this workflow is if this person, if they've found that a payment has been received for this product, bring them in here. Okay. And send them this course. Okay. And then send them this email. All right. Now, and this is the same one. If their order has been submitted, send them that again. But what I'll do is, in fact, let me see if I can quickly do one. I'm conscious of going over stuff that you've got video access to, guys. But let me quickly see if he's got the this example automation. Has this got the opt-in one in that he built? Okay, so let's have a play with this. So add a, is this all? Yes, Benny, this is all automated. Okay. Like I said, with the videos in the YouTube channel, everything you go through there shows this all step by step. But for example, I can add a trigger here, if I remember rightly, that if a contact tag is added and I can choose, so if tag is added, that is, let's say, so let's just use one that we've used already, but remind me to switch to delete afterwards. So if somebody is tagged as anything that we've got it set up as, so in your Ultimate Business System, you could have a tag set up saying ebook downloaded, but we're going to pretend that this is what that says, but it's called webinar read, that whatever that tag is there. Okay, so this now means that if anybody comes into my CRM system, my Ultimate Business System, all right, with that tag, they will now enter into this sequence. Okay, let me bring this up here. It's gone down. Okay, so they will come in here because it's just been set. All right. And then it flows down here and they'll send an email. So that email, it could be something like, I don't know what it says. That could be, hi, Dave. Thanks so much for the download. Here it is. Here's a download link. La da 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 da. Hope you enjoy. I'll be in touch soon. Then you have them go into a wait condition, which might be for a day or two, and then you don't want to just leave them alone. Yeah. At this point, you want to start trying to nurture that relationship. Okay. It's like, I mean, I haven't been on a dating app. I don't think I ever have, but it would be like meeting someone for the first time, giving them something, and then walking off, never seeing them again, never asking if it ever worked out, never asking them if they ever liked what you gave them, all that sort of stuff. So instead, what we want to do is give them a little option to go, oh, in 2 days' time, well, let's just keep it at one. I don't know what this automation's been used for. I want to send them another email and saying, "Hi, Dave. Just want to check. Did you find the ebook useful, or have you not had a chance to read it yet?" La da 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 da. Okay, then leave it at that. Maybe you've got a link in there again to the ebook. What you can do as well, if you want to go into a bit more depth, is you can set things in here like, has this person opened X email? So if you can look to see if they've not opened email one, you might then say, I'm going to send them an email reminding them that you've got this ebook. You really wanted this ebook, so do it. Now, what you can do as well within this journey is then start to try to push them into a new direction. Okay. So again, you've gone into IKEA, you've found your footstool that you wanted to buy, but now IKEA are walking you down the line, the aisle, one long snaking aisle through everything they've got on offer, seeing if they can get you to buy something else. So what you want to think of is the ebook, the lead magnet that you're giving away. What's the end goal? Like with a webinar, you're getting them to register for a webinar, to get them to attend a webinar, and then try to sell them something. Okay. Whether that be a subscription, a product, whatever it be. Okay. That's the end goal. Now, if you're giving away an ebook, you want to think about, okay, so if I'm doing an ebook that's based around cross stitching, I'm just something really random, but what's the purpose of me giving away a free guide on how to do cross stitch? Is it because I've got this thing over here that's worth $9.99 a month, which is the greatest cross stitch patterns available in 2025, that I'm going to give you on a monthly basis? If so, great. So, oh, yeah, sure. Is that any better, Mike? Is that any better, Max? Is that any better? I just want to try and make it a bit bigger. Right. So, yeah, okay, cool. So you got to think about the ebook has to have the lead magnet has to have a relevance to the thing you're trying to sell. All right. So tease with this because it's a freebie. You want to grab their imagination, but then you want to get them into this thing. So whether that be trying to get them onto a phone call to sell them something, whether it be for them to visit a VSL, like a video sales page, or a sales letter to sell them into a subscription, that's again where this can work well, because you've brought them in here, you've sent them their freebie, their free lead magnet, you've done a couple of little nurture emails, but then you hit them with oh, how are you enjoying it? Have you seen that I've got a special offer at the moment for a 30-day free trial on the cross stitch of the year, or something like that? I don't know why I've got cross stitch stuck in my head. So yeah, that's the sort of journey you want to try and take them on. And then the emails, you can keep sending emails as many times as you like. Okay. Because what you don't want to do is have 100 people say, oh, I like your ebook, your lead magnet, join your subscriber database, and you do nothing with them. Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, unless they've come in organically for free, you're probably paying for some sort of ads somewhere. So you want to try to work out a pathway to get them to buy something later. All right. Does that all make sense, guys? Sorry if I went on a little rant there about cross stitch or whatever it's called. Is that your? I did have to. Oh no, I didn't actually set up his Pikachu thing the other day. Right. Okay, guys. And then we have So tagging, email workflows, follow-up sequence, kind of just covered that. Delivery of the product, that's what we were talking about, where you're taking whatever the lead magnet is and sending that out in an email. If you recall, if you were with us, one thing the better option is you can have it when you're giving away a lead magnet, is you could have it in this section here, for example, on your sales page, that once they've given you their details, you could then send them through to another page, which just has a download link on. But the problem with that is they're getting access to something without you being able to check their email is correct. All right. So the better option is build a sales page with an opt-in form and send them whatever that free thing is, send it to them by email. All right. Because what you might find is I mean, I've done this before, that sometimes there might be something I genuinely want. So I'll give my email, realize I've done it incorrectly because I've not had anything from them, and then go back and do it again. And I realize that first time I've done it wrong. Okay. But I only know that I've done it wrong because because it was coming to me by email and not taking me to a page where I can get the thing for free regardless. All right. That'll make sense. Hit me with some yeses, guys. Yes, 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 indeed. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good. Making sense, making sense, making sense. Okay, right. Now, next up, we're going to be looking at possible upsells. Okay. Now, within those workflows, like I mentioned, you've got the ability there, you've got the details. Okay. You don't want to just leave them alone. This is where you want to be a bit of a pest and start bothering them every day, every 2 days, wherever it be. Now, one thing you can do if you've got an online course, one of our videos recently was about, oh, by the way, guys, within those replays, there's some sessions with Roger all about how to use AI for certain content creation. So using AI to build content for your sales pages, how to use AI to build content for online courses. And then there is a session in there about building an online course using Ultimate Business System as well. So if you're looking at doing that, you can see it all in there as well. Okay. Now, online courses are great because if you've got one built once, it's low cost. You've not got to deliver it again. It can be sat there and you can have that just as an evergreen product to give away at various price points. You can drip feed it so people getting it monthly on a subscription basis, however you want to do it. But it's a great little tool as a little monetization thing, because sometimes if you've got something as a free thing, people aren't always ready to buy straight away £1,000 thing. But over time, but they might be ready to buy something for a 10 or 20 quid, 50 quid, whatever it be. So never rule out just because someone hasn't bought now that they're not going to buy further down the line. Also, they might not be ready to buy your thing now, but there might be something else you can put in front of them from somebody else, like affiliate marketing, that they might be ready to buy instead. And you're still going to get paid off that. So what's better, getting paid 50% of somebody else's thing or nothing of something of your own? I'll take 50% all day long. Don't know about you guys. I'd rather get that than let a contact, earn nothing back. All right. Okay. Now, what we've also done in one of the videos is teach you how to create a course and then host it within our Ultimate Business System to then sell it as well. Okay, with a Stripe integration. We've got it so you can give it away for free. We teach you how to do it as a paid product as well. So it depends on what best suits for you. And then obviously the delivery of that product as well comes into play, which very similar to what we've done up here. Okay. Now, in short, I know I've blown through that all, but I thought let's have a little bit of time for you guys to ask any questions about this, any recommendations, anything that I might be able to give some advice on about things you guys are doing in regards to product creation. Can you offer credit when you get paid on day one, but the customer gets. Okay, so yeah, any questions you've got, guys, about what we've covered, about what you might want us to cover. Any questions about online courses, workflow, sales pages, lead magnets, delivery of products, email, workflow, whatever it be, let me know and I will go through to answer some of these questions. So, Paul, can you offer credit terms where we get paid on day one, but the customer gets 12 months credit? Now, Paul, yes, that is something you can do. Whereabouts are you located, Paul? Are you UK? Are you US? Are you Europe? Manchester. Okay, cool. Right. Now, depend on what you're selling, depends on what you can offer. Okay. Now, if you're offering training products like courses and things like that, there are certain, or there used to be more of them than there are today, like finance houses that would allow you to offer exactly that. Like, okay, spread this out for 12 months at 0% interest. You as the business owner would get paid upfront minus the finance provider's fee, and then the customer would then pay out the monthly thing, like with what do you call it, like DFS sofas, that sort of thing, like Klarna, basically. PayPal credit, exactly. Yeah. So there are places that do that, but it is very often dependent on what it is you're looking to sell and also your standing as the business. All right. So when we used to do it, we used to have to provide details of all of our course content. We'd have to have it CPD accredited. So yeah, yeah. The answer is yes, but there's some caveats to that. All right. So it'll just be a case of what you're looking to sell, and price points, and your business as well. Okay. How do you, Catherine? How do you actually link the product to the email? The product to the email. Ah, right. Product. So this is in one of the videos as well. So yeah, that's fine. Let's not mess around with that. Now, what you can do, so over here, if you can see my screen, okay, guys, you've got media storage. All right. Now, within here, you've got a load of, this is where you would basically upload your ebook, whatever it is. Okay. I'm just going to do an example for you. The videos have got the detail of how to send out a course, because that is linked to login details. But if you're just trying to give away a document like an ebook, you will basically come into media storage, hit upload. If it wants to upload it into here. Oh God, I've got way too many things open here. Let's close that off. I don't actually need this. Okay, it uploads. It will sit here in first position. Now in here, you will see these three dots. You click on that. You click get link. All right. Now that link will. Where's that little window I had open? That one there. That link will look like that. Okay. And that is the link that you send out in the email. Okay. Does that answer your question, Catherine? I hope. If not, we do go into more detail about that in the session after mine with Vish, in the automation session, I think it is, that we had. Okay, next up. Does your Ultimate Business System have built-in payment processing? I suppose yes, it does, but you need to link for example, for we have our own Stripe account linked to it. So all of our payments go via our Stripe account, but you set up your own payment method in there, so you can take payments through your Ultimate Business System. Yes. I use Designer for ebooks and content. Is that okay? Oh, fine. It's personal preference, to be honest with you. The session that I ran, which was for the lead magnets, was all just about how to create stuff using free tools. So you're free to use whatever tools you see fit and what you find easiest. It kind of trial and error, to be fair. It's a bit like the AI tools. I like Gemini. Some people like OpenAI, or whatever the other platforms are. Delivery of product. What systems are best? We will always recommend using, if you're using Ultimate Business System, where possible, I always recommend trying to keep everything as in-house as possible in one platform because then everything talks. Like for example, at the moment, I just for an example of trying to piece together different platforms. This morning, I was having to try to piece together for someone how to sell something on JVZoo, get the sale details to go into God, what was it? System IO, and then send them the details within System IO. And to achieve that, I was having to use Zapier to try to connect the three up. So, whereas if the sale goes through Ultimate Business System, you can have the product inside there. Like everything talks to each other better. Okay. So, Tony, what I would recommend is where possible, try to keep everything in one location. All right. Yep, Simon. Let me drop that link in again. Everyone, Simon. That's the replay YouTube channel again for you there. Hold on. Where was I? Simon. Yep, there we go. Um, I need guidance on the step-by-step process to create my ebook. I'm currently typing a draft. Okay, Quasi, if I've said that correctly, I apologize if I haven't. So on twofold. Firstly, if you're looking, there's probably some stuff in my session on the YouTube channel for the lead magnet creation, and also probably some of Roger's content about the. In fact, I think Roger done a session last week about using AI to create short stories and books. I think so. That's probably going to be helpful for you too. And then the follow-on session from the ebook one was Vish teaching about the delivery of the products too. Okay, so Quasi, I hope that helps you there. To the product, can they download it as many times as they want? So Dan, the question was with the link to the product. So that link I just got off this screen, for example, for your lead magnet, can they download it as many times as they want? Yes, they can, but they're getting the same thing every single time as it's literally like a PDF file, basically. And the safe thing about this is if at any point you want to get rid of that, you just would be deleting it from in here. All right. And as soon as it's gone, that link is deactivated. So they can't, if you want to take it out of circulation, only people that will already have it downloaded will have access to it. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Dan. Is it able to resell the software if our clients need it? Lorraine, yes. We've got an affiliate set up for you. Do me a favor, just contact support at internetbusinessschool.com and we can get that set up for you, no problem. Do you most use Samcart or did you switch to? So, Mark, so we used to use, sorry, getting a bit parched. So, twofold. Question was, do we use Samcart or do we switch to Ultimate Business System for checkouts? So, at the moment, we use both because Samcart, before we started using this, is where a load of our old affiliates are set up on. But what we've started to do is in some cases have pages built in Ultimate Business System and then embedding some of the checkout pages, the checkouts in from Samcart into those pages. So if we've got old affiliates set over in Samcart, things are still tracked to them. Okay, so it's everything. Ultimate Business Systems pages are so much better to build in, so much easier. And Samcart, and yeah, it's another one that we are in the process of moving across from, but because we've got so many over there, it's yeah, we don't want to annoy any old affiliates but not getting paid out for their commissions and such. For the beginner, Benny, Ultimate Business System, what platform is recommended for lead pages for the beginners? It would be this. Okay. Right. Or are you talking about for lead pages, or are you talking about Meta? Are you talking about yeah, just clarify, Benny, in case I've not answered that. My business is to help. This is help business to build out their sales and marketing with better software solutions. Oh yeah, I think I answered it. Okay. Thank you. Pronouncement absolutely perfect. Got you. Thanks. Do you guys have UBS on a backup server in case the primary server goes down? Um, Michael, so it's basically hosted by Go High Level. So it's not going to crash. Okay. It's just we have our own branded version with double the amount of support built into it. And it's cheaper than going to them. Okay. So it's not going to, if a server goes down, it's going to be a big issue for probably millions of people. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Let me just see if I didn't miss any over here. La da 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 dum. Okay, more questions. How do you avoid disposable email domains? Where is the link for the channel? Patrice, did I send? Did you get the link, Patrice? Is Patrice still here? In case you need it. There's the surgery. There's the replay link one more time, guys. Right. Oh, question for you all about where would you consider starting for a complete newbie? So, Karen, if you are a complete newbie, what have you tried any type of online business yet, or are you literally starting out from scratch, just looking for inspiration? Whether it be like course creation, affiliate marketing, e-com, and things like that. What are your give us a bit more detail if you can, and I'll see what I can point in direction. Yeah, A/B testing for sending a sales page. How do you build a great list to send a sales page? Okay, Robert, do you recommend A/B test like split testing for sending sales page? Yes, you can do. You can do. What you might find is if you've got a sales page that's got a lot of information on it, then yes. Or you might want to split test a simple one with a complicated one. But you're going to learn early doors because you're probably going to have certain expectations of what your page should be converting at or what the cost per lead is. And then that's probably going to define whether or not things need to change. And how to build a great list to send the page to. That's the age-old question, how to build a database. So what I might do is get a session on with someone in the coming weeks if he's available, who's got a good strategy for building a list for minimal cost. And there's also some organic strategies as well. So maybe would that be helpful for people if there was like a organic list building session of some description? Yeah, 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 yeah. List building. Okay, let me make a note. List building. Okay. Oh, those lists there's just jump past. I was over looking for affiliate marketing pathways. Where I can find it as a buying credits for AI generated podcasts and or just Paul, Paul Johnson, do me a favor. Can you message support at internetbusinessschool.com? Because that's really a question for Roger. He's probably going to have I don't want to butcher an answer for you there, but he's likely to be able to give you a better answer than me. Okay. Just checking any more questions. Let me have a quick look. Which is going to be okie dokie, guys. Also, was thinking again, would this also be a beneficial? I'm just first off, have a quick. If there's any sessions that you think would be beneficial on certain topics, let us know. Oh, Kerwin, I will come back to you in a second. Let us know any sessions you'd like to have in the coming weeks. But one thing I thought might be helpful, it's going to be very technical, but something that a lot of people struggle with when starting up with a platform like Ultimate Business System, that we have an onboarding process set up for this, but it might be beneficial. Now, would it be useful if we had someone walk you through the early stages of like domain setup, like DKNS settings, all that sort of stuff, like the tech stuff that scares most people away? I know for a fact scares me away. I like to pass that straight to Vish and Roger. Don't tell them that. But if that would be helpful as well, that would be one that we can look at for you. Just a straight technical session. At least then it'd be sat there waiting for you. Okay. Email domain setup. Cool. And where's Karen? Any other topics you'd like covered? One thing I was thinking as well in the coming weeks is I'll probably choose a certain what do you call it? A certain tool, whether it be automations, sales pages, and things like that. What I might do is just take a moment to dive in and just in a session, just walk you through how to build something from scratch, maybe. Just so you've got content creation using AI. Yep. No, anything in particular there, Paul? Setting up an AI agent. Yes, that is on the agenda. AI agents, chatbots, they're all on the agenda. Would you like to get us who's selling internet? Haha, good point, Mark. I manage Karen, I'm completely newbie in that relationship. Anything like this before? I know nothing. Right, where is Karen gone? Karen, I can't see your message, but do me a favor as well. Drop your message into internet business, sorry, support at internetbusinessschool.com as well. So we can pick that up and I can try and give you some guidance there. Facebook and LinkedIn content. Okay, yep. I've not had an onboard. Anthony Johnson, I've not had an onboarding call. Again, do me a favor, Anthony. Just drop an message into support at internetbusinessschool.com. We can pick it up there and then try to get you in the right pathway. One thing to note, if you've not had onboarding sessions, you can, let me show you something here. So when you come into your sub account, down here, you see it's got start here. When you click here, this is where you want to begin. All right. This will take you through the process of your onboarding. And at the end of it, it books in an onboarding call with you. And also, if you get stuck at any time, I've said it about 8 times already, but I'm going to have to do the tongue twister again. Support at internetbusinessschool.com is the place to hit if you've got any issues. Okay. Use of PayPal for payments in Tony Sheehan. Use of PayPal for payments. Oh, you mean setting up PayPal as a payment processor for yourself? Is that what you mean, Tony? Okay. We don't actually use PayPal anymore. So, but if I remember rightly, within Alton Business System, you can have that set up as an integration. So basically at checkout, you can have it set up so people can pay, it goes into your PayPal account, okay? And it still then links back and delivers your whatever the product is. All right. So guys, conscious of time, I do apologize. Can I start free trying off gone? Michael, that should be fine. Do us a favor, just hit the office up because I will lose track of that request. So I do apologize. If I've missed your questions, I am sorry. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. I know sometimes it can be a bit of a whirlwind, and I know I can sometimes speed through things and get a bit animated, but I hope it's been beneficial. So if it has been good, please just drop me a yes, great session. If you've not thought it was any good, you're welcome to say that too. It's always good to know. I'm waiting for someone to say trash. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Mark, I'll bear that in mind. Great session. Thank you. Well, but very instructive. Thank you for the honesty, June. Thank you. Right, guys, I will close this down now. Right, Patrice, again, I'm just conscious of time, so drop that into our support so we can get back to you on that. Okay, right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely week wherever you are in the world. It's grey and bleak and rainy where I am, so I hope you might be getting some more sunshine than me. But if not, I will see you all very, very soon. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.